We live, Alexis. I still don't see it on Facebook.
You can go ahead. I'm pulling it up on Facebook.
Oh, there it is. We got 2 minutes. I still, I don't turn my volume down. We got 2 minutes.
All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Mentor Mondays. Let me just start off by saying Kimmi is not going to be here tonight. She will be back soon. My name is Alexis with Mobile Notary Services by Alexis. And Angela?
My name is Angela, and I'm with AJ Mobile Notary and Apostille Services. And we welcome you guys to Monday Night Mentors. Don't forget to, tonight is just open. We're going to answer your questions. So drop any questions that you have in the chat, and we're ready to go when you guys are. Hi, Shannon B.
Good evening.
Who do we have on Facebook, Alexis?
I am pulling up Facebook as we speak.
Hi, Unique T Notary and Lavina Carter. Welcome, welcome. You guys make sure that if you have any questions, just drop them in the chat. Tonight is open mic night, so to speak. Hi, Marcel. We got about 1 minute. We're going to wait till a couple people get on. We got about 1 minute. Hi, all things Nata Jean. How are you guys tonight? Welcome. Miss CC Clark. Hi. We're glad you guys are able to join us. Rhonda Mars, how are you tonight? Welcome, welcome. Alexis going to say hi to a few people on Facebook. Sydney and Fearless Notary, how are you guys tonight?
All right, over on Facebook, we got Juju. Hey, Juju. Good afternoon. How you doing? We also have Nicole Ashley. Hello, Nicole. How are you? And just like Angela said, tonight is all about you all. Open floor. Whatever you all want to discuss, what happened throughout the week, what's new out there.
Hi, Ladero, Tanya, Sharia, Gelada. Hi, you guys. Welcome, Sabrina joins. This is her first time joining us live, so welcome, welcome. We're glad to have you live. So I'll have a short story for an intro. And you all know I'm big on customer service. And when I'm away, Kim and I, we usually forward our calls to each other. And I had quite a few calls while I was gone last week. And there were two people in particular that even though I wanted to give them, they needed notary services, and I wanted to forward them to Kim. They texted me after they called and didn't get me and said that they would wait till I get home because they really wanted me to do their notary. And so it's very important that it's not always all about the money. Of course, this is a business and we want to make money, but you guys know from going to a place of business, there's a difference between Chick-fil-A and Publix and other places. When we go to Chick-fil-A and Publix, we expect a certain caliber of welcomeness, so to speak, or customer service. And if we don't get that, then we start looking funny. So when we go to do our notary jobs, we want to give them Chick-fil-A and we want to give them Publix service. Because when I go to Publix, when I walk in the door, I go in the produce section. If there's somebody there, they always speak, "Hi, how are you? Can I help you with something?" I was in Publix today, walking down the aisle. I wasn't lost. And the person said, "Can I help you with something? Do you need me to find something for you?" So that's the type of customer service we want to give to our notary clients. And when we do that, they will want to do just business with us They, even though we're referring them to somebody, if they're our client, they would consider that we're their notary. So you guys always put good customer service over the money. We're going to make money. This is a business. All business wants a profit, but customer service is really, really important. And so when we give great customer service, then we have customers that come back and customers that want to do business with us. So that's just a tip to start off, is always put customer service as a priority. So let's say hi to some more people. You have anybody on Facebook, Alexis?
Yes, we got a couple things on Facebook. All right, LaShawn, I hope I'm saying it correctly. LaShawn Powell says, I took my first order with Sandcastle. Victor was saying, my local competitors charge $180 for Apostille Express, 24 to 48-hour turnaround time. I charge my Apostille service at $200. It's a 60-mile drive both ways, and the Apostille fee is $6 per dock. And I have to pay for parking. I haven't had any luck. People don't want to pay my fee, but less than that, it's not worth it going to Boston. Any suggestions?
So Victor, I see you said that your local competitor charged 180 for a Apostille, 24 to 48-hour turnaround time. And so you may want to just consider lowering your fees just a little bit. You say you charge $200. It's a 60-mile drive both ways. And so your fee, and you charge $200. So sometimes we don't realize a $20 difference makes the difference when it comes to customers. If a customer calls you, Victor, and you're charging 200 and the other person is charging 180, they're most likely going to go with the 180 as long as they can provide the service that they need, which means 24 to 48 hours. One thing you could do, but it would cost you money if you were to FedEx it to somebody. But so you just have to make like a business decision. Am I willing to take my fees down $20 for this to drive the Apostille the hour each way? That's basically it. You're gonna have to really make a business decision on how you want to structure your fees, especially if your competitor is 20 hours cheaper and they are offering 24 to 48-hour turnaround time. And I'm thinking about, if your competitor is a little larger, they may be able to do that without uh, anything being taken away from them, because they may, who knows, they may have 2 or 3 apostilles going up in one day. They may wait 24 hours to send it to see if other people are going to call. So that's just like, you're going to have to really figure out how you're going to do that. Am I going to accept the $180 and drive 2 hours? That's basically, what do you think, Alexis?
If it was me personally, I probably would cut out the driving aspect altogether, and I would strictly use overnight FedEx. That's what I would do. That way, every job I get called on, I don't have to drive 2 hours, because that's a lot. So I would strictly,
Mm-hmm.
I would cut that out. I would strictly use FedEx personally, and then from there, I probably, it would be more so my fees would be around that 180 mark to keep up with the competitor. Um, and then you factor in FedEx both ways. That's going to be pretty hefty as far as what you're going to be making on the back end. But guess what? You're not having to drive all the way out there.
Right.
So maybe making the whole 180 minus, well, let's say 200, because you say you charge 200. If you are charging 200 minus gas, your time, and all of that, let's say you profit, I don't know, 120. I'm just making up something, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas let's say you knock it down to 180, don't drive out there, and you pay FedEx and whatever. Let's say FedEx is $30 each way. That's 60 plus the fee of the paper. Let's say that's close to, let's say it's $70, $80. You're gonna be making more so on the $100 side than trying to make the
Mm-hmm.
whole. You know what I mean? You're gonna
But
make a little less, but you didn't have to leave your house. You didn't have to
I was
really
about to
do
say,
anything.
yeah, the difference is you're going to just drive to FedEx and drop it off.
Right.
And
FedEx
also,
most of the time.
Victor, one thing that you want to consider too is that know what your Secretary of State with apostilles, know what their turnaround time is. For instance, what I mean by that, before our authority opened, because we don't use the Secretary of State for basic, we use the clerk's authority. before they open, I knew that if I drop, see, that's another thing. I live so close that I could just drop it off and leave a FedEx.
Yeah.
So, but I knew that if I dropped it off before 3 o'clock, that they were going to put it in the box the same day, and I would get it back in 24 hours. Or if I dropped it off after 3 o'clock, I would get it back, not the next day, but the following day. So know what your the service is at your Secretary of State, even if you FedEx it, how you're going to do that. And another thing, it's just the cost. Like Alexa said, it's going to be less if you use FedEx or delivery service. And so you have to choose, what your business model is going to be. Am I going to drop it down to 180 and drive, or am I going to use FedEx and, take it's not even a loss, it's all a profit. Or am I going to use FedEx and then just make less money? And if it's an apostille that does not require 24 to 48 hour service, and you can get it back from the Secretary of State within 3 to 4 business days, then that's still a win-win to me.
Mm-hmm. And then just a word of caution, always leave a little room for error, because I had an apostille that took almost a week and a half to get back. And it was because FedEx lost the package. It was nothing on me. It was nothing on the clerk's authority. It was solely FedEx. It was a mess. It was a hot mess. But what I ended up doing was I ended up redoing the apostille for the man. And I waited a couple days to see if FedEx was going to deliver it, but it just wasn't working out. And
it wasn't working out.
He was just like, I need my documents back. And I'm the same way. I like to get stuff complete, And, I ended up just redoing the whole thing. I ended up losing maybe $30 more on my end, but I mean, it wasn't nothing that I could do. It was just out of my hand. It was just one of those fluke situations. So I just say all that to say, just always leave a little room for error just in case, because you might have that situation. Because FedEx, they dropped the ball with that one. That was a mess.
I got a question now, Alexis, that you said that. Did you put on your FedEx label the insurance fee, or the how the FedEx asks how much? Did you put that on there?
Insurance, yes. So the pack, I put however much the job was for. But guess what? Because it was a late delivery, they weren't even going to do anything about it, because they still delivered it. Because I called them, put in, because it wasn't lost. You get what I'm saying? They ended up delivering it. It was just late.
But it was like days late, though.
Exactly. But they don't cover that. Technically, that's what they told me.
So let's talk about that for a minute. So I had a situation with FedEx where I had an apostille, and I paid for the delivery by 4 o'clock, and so it wasn't delivered by 4 o'clock. The guy had paid the expedited charges. I dropped it off. It should have been here. And so when I called FedEx, they're going to use this excuse. Oh, well, because of COVID. I'm like, well, it's different now. It's not all COVID. Right. And after I really pressed the girl, because I wanted to get paid that money for, my refund for having it late, because I paid the extra money. And so they blame COVID, and because of COVID, they didn't have that in place. I'm like, well, why do you even have us put it on the bill, air bill, if you're not going to do it? So after I pressed her, she's like, Miss Johnson, she said, to be honest with you, she's like, it's just not getting paid.
Yeah.
And so just like Alexis, a situation where it was lost for days. So I'm saying that to say, don't probably expect FedEx to pay those fees when you put the insurance, how much your package, worth, that they lose it or whatever. Right. Yeah. So hi, you guys. Hi, we got DJ S, Monica, Terry, Lauren. Hi, you guys. Stacy Ann. She's glad to be here. We're glad to have you guys here. Good evening, Renee. And Deborah from Cedar Hill. Hi, Deborah. And we have Tasha. I think it's Tasha Cham, a newbie from Maryland. And so
let me give a quick little shout out to Stacy Ann. Stacy Ann helped me out a couple times with some notarizations. And let me just tell you all, please, please, please get you all some notary people around you. Post on our Facebook group. If you are not a part of our Facebook group, go join our Facebook group. And if you ever need something, or you have a job that you want to pass on to somebody, hit up our Facebook group, because I had a couple situations that Stacy Ann had my back where I couldn't do them. So guess what? I'm reaching out to my notary buddies. And you best believe Stacy Ann's number is locked in my phone for future any future things I might have, because it's teamwork. So make sure y'all are part of our Facebook group. We have a good community over there, a really good community.
Yeah, we do. So Miss CC Clark said, for Apostille in Georgia, how do you handle transcripts and diplomas? So you guys, and anybody who's taken the apostille class, and I'm going to go back, anybody who has called me or texted me and asked me how to handle a certain situation, we already know that it's not just like a 1 minute answer or a 2 minute answer. And so when it comes to apostilles, it's a process. When you handle certain documents like school transcripts, it will take me probably 15 minutes to explain how to handle school transcripts and diplomas. And there are certain different situations. And so if you go to notaryeducatorsllc.com, I can do a short intake call with you, Miss CC Clark, and we can talk about it. Or maybe you can, there are 2 more spots left in the apostille class for Saturday. And so, yeah. So just fill out the intake form, Miss CC. We have Frank from Lower Alabama. Hi, Frank. Frank says he called 10 notaries and only 2 answered the phone, 10:30 a.m. and they don't answer the phone. So Frank, I'm glad you brought that up because that's a great point. And I have called notaries. I don't know why I get calls from Atlanta and Sandy Springs and all of these areas, but I have also called notaries that I know that have taken our class or I know they're in that area and they don't answer their phone. So sometimes people say, I'm not getting business. I'm not getting phone calls. I called a notary today, you guys, and her voicemail was full. So I couldn't leave a message and the voicemail was full. So a lot of times or sometimes, you may not be getting business because you're not answering your phone. So that's a good point, Frank. Answer your phones. I answer every call. It was weird today because I answered a spam call and it was a notary job. So even sometimes spam, a notary is a notary job. So it's up to you how you want to handle the spam calls. But most of the times I'll answer my spam calls unless I start getting them all day in this spam and I just ignore them. But I will answer the first one at least.
Let's jump over on Facebook real quick.
Go ahead.
Juju just said good advice. Essence Coleman said hello. Victor was saying, okay, thanks. Victor said the problem is if you mail it in, it could take up to 3 weeks to get it done. Going in person is the fastest way. With traffic, it's a 2-hour turnaround, 2-hour round trip. I could give 180 a shot.
Yeah. So I mean, Victor, give it a shot. I would give it a shot to see how it works out. If it's worth it for me, because everybody is different. And I understand about the 3-week thing. I sent an apostille to Florida recently, and it took like 4 weeks. But I was calling the customer every week, updating them, so it took 4 weeks, even though I sent it to FedEx. Mm-hmm. So Tasha, go ahead. I'm sorry, Alexis.
You're fine. I was just gonna say, make sure you know your competitor's price structure too. Like, is it 180 for the first document? Then after that, how much is it? For each additional document. So well, make sure you know your competitor's price structure.
Yeah.
That way, if they have 2 documents, it might be 180 plus, let's say, an additional. I'm just gonna make up something, $35.
Right.
So now on your end, that's additional $35 that can go towards your tank, right? And the only charge out of that is an extra $6 for the processing fee with the apostille, for the apostille.
Right.
$6
right.
for apostille.
Right.
So that's another way. Make sure you're getting all the money that you possibly can. Mm-hmm. If they have multiple documents. That's what I'm
right. And then I always, say that the notary is included, because I had a guy call me today about an apostille and he texted me back. He said, and I did tell him, but he said, is the notary extra? I said, no, the notary is included in the price. And so that always helps them too, because we're not charging. The notary for me is already factored in. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Tasha said, I don't know where to start. I'm a newly commissioned notary. Congratulations, Tasha. Interested in becoming a signing agent. I haven't even got my feet wet with notary yet. So Tasha, go to notaryeducatorsllc.com, fill out an intake form, and we can, tell you what you need to do, how you need to proceed so you can get the money, girl. Hey, Pamela J. Lavina says, since Google, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I was just going to say real quick, Tasha, just a word of advice. Make sure you fill out a contact us card on our website. Make sure you do that. Just a word of advice. We want you to get your feet wet with notary first,
Oh, yeah.
and then move on to becoming a signing agent. But we'll talk to you. Just give us a call or fill out a contact card.
Hi, Pamela J. Lavina says, since Google My Business app is gone, which way is easier, Google Maps or search for updating our page?
Okay, so it's not a matter of which is easier. So let me tell you how I do it. When I set up my page, initially I'm on the search. That's how I'm doing it. I'm on the computer on search. If I have to edit anything on the go, add pictures on the go, send out my review links, anything where I'm in the car moving around, that's when I'm on Google Maps. And that's just me personally. You can't edit the website on Google Maps. That's the only thing you cannot do. Everything else you can do from Google Maps.
Yeah.
But that's how I do it. Because I use my computer all day.
Yeah.
If I'm at home, I'm using the Google website on search. But if I'm out and about, that's when I'm on my maps and
Yeah.
anything I need to update, add pictures, send my review link out, that type of stuff.
And you have to remember too, Google is connected. I'm on my Gmail account that's connected to Google. And so when I go into my Gmail and I go to account, I just click on Google to the right on the Google box, and then my Google comes up, and I'm able to edit my Google through that way. So I go to my email, I click on my Google account page, and that's how I edit mine. And it's easier because it's like you said, Alexis, I'm on my computer all day.
And don't look at it as easier either. I want you to know how to use both.
Well, yeah.
Because if you're out and about and you want to add an update or you want to add a video, a picture, you have to know how to use Google Maps. And then for more complex things, or with you, at the computer, you want to know how to use the computer version as well. So they're both the same. So
they're both the same.
One is not easier than the other. They're just two different devices.
Yeah. So Lavina, just remember your Google page is connected to your Google account in Gmail and your Google account. So you can get through it through that way. Oh, Ladero says at Lavina Card, I update everything on the desktop. Yep. If you sign into the correct Google account and search your company's name, you will get the option edit, add info. Yeah, Google has a button to the right that you can just click on when you're on your Gmail and just update your account.
And you can edit from the app as well, the Google Maps app.
Google Maps, not app. So you got somebody's on Facebook, Alexis?
Okay, Wes. I'm not even. The list me. I know I didn't say that right. Says good evening. Good evening. Annie Lowry says Annie new from Savannah, Missouri. Welcome. Victor says good point. Thanks. Wes says new to notary. Just passed my NSA today. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
If you have any questions, just fill out a contact us card over at notaryeducatorsllc.com. If you have any questions since you're new. And then Juju, I'm going a little ahead, but Juju said any advice on getting signing from signing companies?
So
Juju, I feel like we talked about this.
Juju, you on every live.
Yeah, I know you should know. But my only advice is make sure I'm gonna just keep it simple. Make sure the profiles that you are setting up with these different companies, make sure it's complete. Complete meaning you have a picture, everything is filled out, all your different, information is updated, and make sure you're by your phone. They're messaging me. I mean, I haven't got a lot. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't got a lot of loan signing text messages. But my next thing is always put yourself out there. So we need to be hitting up title companies, emailing people, in different states, whatever we have to do, in order to get some type of feedback to ask like, hey, or let them know, hey, I'm a loan signing agent. I'm in this area. I service this area. If you need me, I'm available. That's what I did. I sat down and just emailed a bunch of different companies. And I would say out of maybe like 50 I emailed, maybe like 3 messaged me back. And with those three, those are the ones I can say I work with. So, and those three, they'll tell you like fill out this application. We'll let you join our team in a sense, and they'll start sending you work. So you just gotta get creative with it. But I haven't been seeing a lot of stuff coming through. I don't know if anybody else is the same way. Okay.
I haven't.
Okay, then yeah, I haven't been seeing a lot of stuff coming through. So that's why we're versatile too. That's why we do general notary work, apostille work, fingerprinting, I-9. So just hang in there. It's just an up and down roller coaster.
Yeah.
But that's why we keep our business with the different avenues we can go down, so that we can still keep generating money year round.
And don't forget to keep your SnapDocs updated. When you do notary jobs and loan signings, you go in and put it in your SnapDocs and keep it updated too. And like Alexis mentioned, that's why you just can't focus on one area. You have to have different services on these notary streets.
Yep.
So Jennifer said, good evening. We got Littman Mobile Notary from Douglasville. Hi, Littman.
Hello.
Danny P. Debbie Brown. Hi, Sharon Walker. And Stacy Ann says, oh my gosh, just helping. Thanks. I am so glad to be here anytime. Hugs. Hugs to us and Alexis. We met Stacy Ann at the meet and greet we had, remember? And I'll never forget her, because ever since then, she's like been one of our biggest cheerleaders. So we appreciate everybody. But Stacy Ann is like really one of our biggest cheerleaders. So Brenda Barber, Wanda Gilmore is here. Hi, you guys. Thank you for joining us. And so Littman Mobile Notary said, is there only one clerk's authority office in Georgia? So yes, there's only one clerk's authority's office in Atlanta. And I always say this wrong. It's off the Claremont exit. What street is it on? Yeah, it's off the Claremont exit, but there's only one. It's going toward downtown Atlanta. If you're going north,
I know where it's at though.
If you're going north, it's going toward Atlanta. If you're coming south, it's coming away from Atlanta. But there's only one.
It's off 85.
Yeah. And if you put in GSCCC 3Cs it's going to pop up.
Yep.
Debbie says, I applied for it. Go ahead, Alexis.
I was going to say, I know I'm probably behind, but they just started. Well, I don't know if they just started, but they started back letting people come inside and get them done.
June 1st.
So, man, let me tell y'all. I had my first one that I did in person. The other ones I did, I was still sending it. But this one, I was like, wait a minute, they back in person.
Yeah, because I told you that.
I forgot. So I was still sending them off. So this last one I did last week, I was there at 9 a.m. sharp. Literally, I was the first person in there, and I was out by 9:10. And I told the lady 3 to 5 business days. It was it was less than 24-hour turnaround time. And when that lady was so happy.
Yeah.
And she was so excited.
Yeah, and you guys check your Secretary of States to see if they're open, when they may be open, because I went on June 3rd. It was like a couple of days after they opened, and I was about to stick it in the box, and the girl was coming up the steps. She said, oh, they're open. I'm like, they are. So I went in, and it was like, so much quicker. Now I love telling the client they can get it back the next day if they bring it before 11 o'clock.
Love it.
Yeah. So Debbie says, I applied for a proctor and just waiting for background check. If things go well, I will be a test center administrator. It is part-time. Thank you, Kimmi and Brenda Barber. So congratulations, Debbie. So yeah, you guys, that's another avenue. We know Kim did the video on Proctor, and that video blew up because I see it in all people talking about it in all the notary Facebook pages. So great, Debbie. We're happy for you. Deborah says, question, when do you take your laptop computer with you for notary work? For me, Deborah, never. I never take my laptop computer. It's at home all the time.
Yeah, I don't never have a need to take my home laptop.
So Miss Cece said, thanks anyway, Angela. I've seen different answers on how to apostille diplomas and wanted to your input. There's only one way to do it. I mean, there's only one way. Any other way is wrong besides the correct way when it comes to transcripts. And I actually, Deborah, I know what you're talking about because I've seen somebody on Facebook saying something that was totally wrong about apostille and diplomas and transcripts. That's notaries. I can tell you this, as a notary, if you're going to apostille transcripts or diplomas, you do not notarize that. You have nothing to do with it. I saw that in Facebook. Someone said that, well, you notarize it. That's not true. It's going to be rejected. So give me an intake call form filled out on notaryeducatorsllc.com, Ms. CC. Debbie says, my friend Brenda was on your platform when I was not and told me about you. Oh, that's nice. We always welcome referrals, you guys. So, Alexis, you did all of those Facebooks. Terry says, I've been trying to upload my application from my old day over a week ago. I've had others helping me too. I'm sending tomorrow. I know the devil was trying to deter me, but I have the victory. So, Terry, have you thought about calling to see if they're having a problem on their end with uploading your application? Because you talked about that last week, I remember. So Holy Honey says, blessed day, everyone. Is it training for all states? I'm in Illinois. Yes, Holy Honey, it's training for all states. Fill out the intake form or go to our notaryeducatorsllc.com and look at the courses, but we train for all states.
We missed one over on Facebook. Erica Washington. Do I need an LLC for my business before I get started? No, we talk about this all the time. Keep it simple. When you first get started, first of all, we just talked about this last week too. LLCs they vary in price different in every state, right? So in your state, it could be a lot of money. And I always say, don't put the cart before the horse, right? You want to make sure that your business is, I want to more so say, you want to make sure you know what you're doing in your business before you start investing a lot of money. And in some states, LLCs can be upwards of $800. I saw that, and that was crazy to me.
That's so California, girl.
Yeah, you spend $800 on something, and you turn around and not really, know what you're doing, or you're not really putting your all into it. You just lost $800. So start out slow. You can kind of see what you need before you have to invest in the LLC. Just do some research. But start out slow first. Build your way up to that LLC. Because it might not be that expensive in your state. But you don't necessarily need it to get started.
And that's really, even to make the decision to have an LLC is still a business decision, because some people, you don't necessarily have to do it. Again, it's a business decision. Some people choose not to LLC their business. And so that's just one of those things, like we always say, and Alexis mentioned, don't just run out and get an LLC. Suppose you decide 2 or 3 months down the road, I'm not doing this notary business. Or you just want to register it with your county or your state. So just look at all the options and see what you want to do according to your business model.
Yep.
So Sharon says, how to become a signing agent. I'm already a notary. And do you all have a class on how to make or get a Google page? So welcome to the notary world. She became a signing agent. So go to our website again, click on the Google box, and Alexis will be happy to help you. If you can set up a 30-minute, is it still 30 minutes or an hour, Alexis?
More so doing an hour.
Yeah. So click on the Google box and set up a session with Alexis. Alexis is the Google guru. She knows in and out of Google and setting up the business page.
And then short version of the signing agent aspect, you want to be certified by the NNA. You can do the lighter package with the NNA. You're going to get your NNA certification and background check. That's only $70. And then you can take a course like ours, and that'll get you prepared and ready. Or you can take a higher package with the NNA, which includes the NNA certification, background check, and a course. I still have people who have taken the NNA's course that have come back and taken our class. Our class is like a real world approach to being a signing agent. So how about you fill out a contact us card over on notaryeducatorsllc.com, and we will get you going in the right direction. Okay.
Yeah. And I often tell people this, if you pay attention to the NNA course, they still recommend that you take some additional training because really, if you don't do the NNA certification, companies will not call you as a notary signing agent. So in order to be a notary signing agent, it's really like a requirement that you get certified through the NNA and get the background check. So Sabrina says, I'm considering signing up for the online course to learn how to set my notary business up. I wish I was able to take the course in person, but but I work on Saturdays. So Sabrina, we do offer one-on-one courses any time at your convenience. It doesn't have to be a Saturday. So maybe if you fill out the intake form, we'll give you a call back and see if that's something that you want to do. But of course, if you choose to take the online, you can. But if you want to take an in-person course, just fill out the intake form and let us know that's what you want, and we'll give you a call back.
And just because to clarify too, the course on Saturdays for our notary basics is not necessarily in person. That's live via Zoom. But like Angela said, if you did want to do a in person, let us know, and it can be worked around your schedule possibly, right? Angela?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it doesn't have to be, because you said she works on Saturdays.
Correct.
It doesn't have to be on a Saturday if you do it like a real in person. Or you can do a one-on-one session with us. We do offer that. And the one-on-one session can be scheduled anytime as well. So we'll work around your schedule. So just reach out to us and we'll get back to you. And she said, fear is taking over along with being a woman living in NYC and going to meet people to notarize that I don't know.
So I've only visited New York a couple of times, so I can see that. And with me, I had a little fear, not much, but one thing you can do, one suggestion you can do, especially if you're mobile, to have a mobile setup where you don't have to go inside people's homes. You can meet at the coffee shop, you can meet at Starbucks, you can meet at McDonald's. And so a lot of my clients that I know all around my area where the Starbucks is, where the McDonald's is, where the Dunkin' Donuts. Some Publix have areas where you can sit down. And so you may want to try that, Sabrina. Just figure out, even if I don't know what I do, I'll get the person's address and I'll Google and find out where Starbucks, or I'll ask them, is there a Starbucks or McDonald's close to you? And so you can think about doing that. So maybe that'll take away some of the fear. Instead of meeting them in their home, maybe meet at a Starbucks across the street from them. And in New York, they got little shops everywhere, eateries and things like that. So bakeries, you got a lot of options. So why don't you try that and see if that'll take some of the fear out of you, going to people, to meet people, to meet in a public place like a Starbucks or a coffee shop.
And then over on Facebook, Juju was saying she was just asking for the group as far as the signing companies. She said, good to know, be creative. And then Sean F. Brown says, hello, ladies. Any tips on the best way to market for Proctor?
Just put it on your Google page. When people Google Proctor, if you have your Google page populated properly, it should pop up.
You'll market it just like any other service you're going on.
So Remy H says, hello, I'm new. What's your recommendation on building a website? And so as far as websites, you guys, if you're a mobile notary, for me, my only website is the one that's attached to Google, and it's free. And it works. Some people have found me on that website. But if you have a notary business and people are Googling you, they're going to Google notary near me or mobile notary near me, and you're going to pop up on Google. If you just want to have a website, then that's different. But a website initially when you start your business, it's going to be of like little to no use. What do you think, Alexis?
Yeah, so as far as website, keep it simple. I always say it's a business decision. If you want to go the fancy route and do like a GoDaddy or, have somebody build you a website, of course, that's a business decision. But for everybody, I know a lot of people are like me. They just want to keep it simple. They're starting out. Go ahead, use Google. It's completely free. The only thing you have to pay for is that domain name. And depending on how popular the name is, on the lesser end is $12 a year. I have seen them go for like $20, $30, but that was because it was more popular, you know. But it's very cheap. That's the only thing you're
It
paying for is
is.
the donation yearly. So go ahead and use Google's website. Everything that you post on Google automatically populates onto the website. So it's not even like
Mm-hmm.
you have to updating it. It's
Mm-hmm.
it's very convenient. It's minimum effort and it's cheap.
Mm-hmm.
If you feel like your business is growing and going in a certain direction and you want to, go ahead and get you a real fancy website or something, then yeah, go ahead and pay for GoDaddy and do that, or have somebody build you one. But starting out, I say just use the free Google one.
Right. Yeah. And then later, if you choose to get a something, if you want it, because websites are not cheap to have a website built. I talked to a person maybe about 3 weeks ago, and she literally had spent a couple $1,000s on a website that she was like, I can't even use the website. She said, I don't know how it would benefit me. And I said, that's why it's important to to sit down and see what you want to do with this business instead of just going and saying, I need a website, I need this. See how it's gonna help your business, what effect it's gonna have on making your business better before you invest in it. And maybe you want to invest in it later.
Right.
Linda says, hi, happy Monday, mentor. Hey, Linda, glad to have you here.
Hello.
And Rhonda says, hi, ladies, what services can I sign up with for proctor work? That's it. The proctor work is the service. So you would add that to your Google page. And if someone needs a proctor for an exam or any type of real estate course or school, then they would call you if your name comes up on Google. Terry says, I'm also working on forming a wedding efficient business too. I was ordained online last year. Well, congratulations, Terry.
Yeah.
I was working on my online notary courses I got from you all first. I'm excited and love you all too. Yep, we love Terry. Terry's another cheerleader in our corner.
Yes.
Let us know how your wedding efficient business go when you get that up and going.
Yeah. Drop it in Facebook and update
Yeah.
us because a lot of people, where everybody is always looking for that next thing to add to their notary business. So
Mhm.
please keep us updated and let us know. See, that's why I say it's a team effort.
Right.
We share information.
So she's taking the training on August 20th. And so, by the way, you guys, the August 20th training for the notary class, I think there's only 3 spots left. And for the Apostille class on the 20th, there's only 2 spots left, I think. And so, if you guys want to take that training, go to our website. How many?
It, it's 4 slots. 4 slots for the notary basic class.
Okay, 4 slots for notary basics and 2 for the Apostille.
And then also, while we're just on the subject, our online courses at notaryeducatorsllc.com are half off. Coupon is code STAMP. Coupon is code STAMP. So
Yep.
just if you are new here, we have online courses. Those are half off. Use code STAMP. And we
Mm-hmm.
also have live courses, the Notary Basics course. We have the signing agent course. We already did that one for
August.
this month already.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also have the live apostille course. Those are all via Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then those are classes. They're going to be multiple people in those. If in the event you would like a one-on-one, those live classes we do via Zoom. They also are offered as a one-on-one. So just reach out to us and let us know that you would like a one-on-one session.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just in case you're new here, just give y'all the
Yeah.
break.
And also, I've had several intake calls that I got from the website. So the Don't Be Scared is not a class; it's actually a book. Because someone said they was trying to figure out how to sign up for the class. So that's a book. That's not a class. And so, and when you guys are looking at the classes, we really appreciate you taking all of our courses. And so, the 50% are the online classes, not for the live via Zoom classes. The live via Zoom classes are not 50% because we had quite a few reach out about that too. So the 50% offer for the online classes, and that's a way of showing appreciation for you guys supporting us. Debbie says, Ladera Wolf, that is great. Best of luck. Apply to the Bar Association and colleges. So Linda says the LLC in New York is $200. That's kind of reasonable, but a little bit expensive. Terry Carswell says, yes, I've called but didn't ask if anyone else had been having a problem. The directions don't actually show upload, so I'll call tomorrow before putting it in the mail. I mean, even tomorrow, Terry, if I were you, I would call like a couple of times and see if you get different people, because sometimes you can get the right person that will give you the right answer, what you're looking for. Linda says, I'm doing my general notary work and I have to share that someone finally reached out to me on my Google business page via email. Super excited. Always update my page daily, just like Alexa says all the time. Congratulations, Linda. Yeah. Congratulations. And make sure you ask them to give you a review on your page when you complete the notary for them.
And just a clarification, I don't know, the Don't Be Scared is the general notary course online.
What did I say?
It's the book. Where were they inquiring?
Okay, you guys, I called about 20 people in the past 2 days. I don't know.
The book is coming. That's what Kimmi said. The book is coming though.
Okay. So Nubian says by Google. So it's the online course. Don't be scared. It's the online course. So my Google business page is giving me issues. For one, they only gave me one option for verification, and it was a video which was done over 2 weeks ago. That's an Alexis.
Reach out to Google. Unfortunately, it's nothing much you can do. Once you did it, if it's 2 weeks gone by and you're not verified, the next step is to reach back out to them. Just send them an email.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So Debbie says, Sabrina joins. I feel you, but you have to ask questions. Most of the time, a New York client will want to meet at their office. I have only been in homes twice. I also meet at Starbucks. So yeah, you guys, we're mobile notaries. So since we're mobile, it's okay to ask them to meet at a Starbucks or, like I said, coffee shop. Most of them, I've never met anyone that's not agreeable to doing it. They're always appreciative. Anybody on Facebook, Alexis?
Let me see. Okay, Shakivia says, I am not getting any calls from my Google page yet. Any tips on how to advertise to get business? So my key thing with Google is when you're first starting out, I look at it as a percentage of my overall marketing. When I first started out, looking back on it, let me say this: looking back on it, Google was like 25% of the calls I was receiving in that first few months. And in the beginning, it was a little less than that percentage wise. And the key thing is, while you're getting started, you want to focus on those other areas that you can market in, like physically in person, passing out your business cards, having that magnet on your car, having a t-shirt on, social media. You want to focus on those other areas. So that way you're doing that, you're getting customers from that, hopefully, and that turns around and puts a review page on your Google page. That bumps you up in Google, so forth and so forth. So you want to look at Google as a percentage when you're first starting out. And then eventually all your calls can possibly come from Google. Mm-hmm. I know now majority of my work comes from Google or people that have found me on Google and use me again. Mm-hmm. So that's how you'll kind of get started. You got to get creative with the marketing side. Mm-hmm. Going out there, passing out business cards. When you're out and about, you need to have a stack of business cards in hand. I don't care if you're at the grocery store, wherever. Everybody will need a notary once in their life, or they will know somebody who will be like, hey, girl, I got to get this document, so I need a notary. They might have your card. So focus on those other areas of marketing. Make sure they leave you reviews, and then that'll in turn boost your Google My Business page up. Right. Also, Google advertisement. Maybe look into that a little bit. Take a couple dollars, see if it's working for you. If it is, great. You can turn it off. You got you got some reviews. You got some money out of that. And if not, you can turn it off and just do it the old-fashioned way, like I said. Market in those different areas and make sure that those clients leave you a review on your page. And it's just a cycle. You keep going like that. But it
Yeah.
took me a couple months to really get going.
Yeah. And I mean, and it's been over a year and a half ago, 2 years. But I think that even the cost may be different for Google Ads. But I happened to take a chance and take out a Google ad for like 6 weeks, and that really has boosted my business from the beginning. So I was very fortunate. That ad really worked for me. So, like Alexis said, you can always cut it off anytime you want to, and you can even decide what time of the day you want the ad to run or how often. If it's a pricing issue about how much you want to pay. So just to figure out if you want to run a Google ad, how much you want to pay for the Google ad, when do you want the ad to run on Google. So think about all of those things, and you can go in to Google and see how much that would cost, and if that's something that you want to do to boost your business, check it out.
And remember, you have nowadays with social media, you can make social media ads, and those are inexpensive. Facebook,
Hmm.
Instagram,
They are inexpensive.
um, all the other apps. I know I've used Nextdoor. Some people I've heard on here use Thumbtack. Now, Thumbtack to me, there's a little pricey when you start paying for those leads. I did it one time, maybe twice, and it was like $20 that I had to end up paying out. But I didn't really receive any call that I can remember. No, Thumbtack they reach out to you somehow through the app, but I didn't get anything in return, so I kind of wasted $20. So I don't suggest Thumbtack, but people do use it, so I don't know how
Hmm.
they're doing it differently where it works for them, but you can look
Right.
into it. Um, and then Nextdoor, like I said, if you are on Nextdoor, so get creative.
And check out the shops around you. Like I said, because it's not like someone that you think may need a mobile notary. If they're a business owner, they may need a mobile notary. I had recently, it's been probably maybe about 3 or 4 weeks ago, I had a guy call me from Google, and he worked in the barbershop. And so he needed to have his barber's license or something. I can't remember what it was. He needed to have it notarized. And so I left my cards in the barbershop. We always tell you guys to go to barbershops. Any shop around Subway. Subway may not need a notary, but the owner may need one day. So just go in the shops that's close to your where you live and just give out your business cards. Tell them you're a mobile notary. Tell them that you come to them. There are so many different ways to market your business. I was at the gas station at Sam's today. The lady next to me had this really cute logo on her car, and I was talking about her logo, and she was like, "Oh, somebody did this for me." I said, "Oh, I'm a mobile notary. I may be interested." And she said, "Oh, give me your card." So I gave her two of my business cards. So by just complimenting her logo on her car that she had, and so give your cards out everywhere and go to businesses and even leave it with them if they're the business owner. They may need a notary. They got a business. They may need a notary.
Yep,
So
yep.
Stacy Ann says, I skipped it. Yes, me too. I had to re-verify and waiting on mailing card, just waiting on Google, not sure what's up. And so, like Alexis always said, just reach out to them. And if I was in that situation, I would probably reach out to them like at least every day to see what's going on until I get somebody, or every other day after I get somebody. Um, just reach out to them. And Stacy says, all wonderful, very educational. Thank you, Stacy. We really appreciate you taking the courses you've taken. Joy Barnes says, how much is it for your services to set up a Google page?
It depends on what you need. So it definitely depends on what you need. If you need an hour, usually I'm gonna say between 89 and 99. For 2 hours, it's between 160 and 169. Just depending on if what you need. Just message me, email me, and we can talk. That 1 hour is more so for someone who already knows Google and you kind of just need tips on how to maximize. That hour goes by pretty quickly. So if you want an hour session, definitely have to know how to use Google.
Mhm.
2 hours is more so me teaching you beginning to end how to use Google for what we do. And I specify that because it's a certain way for notaries for us to benefit off Google that I feel like everyone needs to take advantage of, but people don't know how to. So 2 hours, we setting up your website as well. You're walking away with the whole, how to do everything. And then after, we go over a few things, and then after, once the session is done, you have to just go in and fill in everything else that we did not go over. And then from there, I usually have people send me their Google pages when they think it's done, because I want you to know how to use it going forward, because it's yours, forever, for the life of your business.
Mm-hmm.
So my biggest thing is you knowing how to use it to benefit your notary business.
Mm-hmm.
So I always check back up with you, make sure, you keeping on track to all the stuff we talked about.
And also, even before you call Alexis, go to Notary Life with Kimmi's YouTube and look up the video she has on setting up Google My Business. So when you get to Alexis, at least you'll be familiar. And she can, like she said before, you have to be at least familiar with Google and familiar with, a laptop or a computer, and that way, when once you get to her, all of that will be out of the way, and she won't possibly have to tell you. Well, then go back and look at the video, then come back to me. So go look at that video, setting up Google on Notary Life with Kimmy's Google page, and then when you have the appointment with Alexis, then everything will come together. You'll understand what she's talking about when she's helping you with your page and maximizing your page.
And then real quick too, while we're on just different services we offer, um, if you need coaching, we're doing something called the Notary Coaching Corner. It's a one-on-one session to help you with your business, whatever concerns, challenges you may have. I know a lot of people, we do this Mentor Mondays, you're on our Facebook group, but people sometimes are still confused, or they might not have, been able to catch every single second of our Mentor Mondays. You might still just have questions that we haven't even answered or came across in our Mentor Mondays or on Facebook. So that coaching corner is amazing. We've had a few um, clients already that have just told us how amazing it's been for them. We're doing 30-minute sessions and 1 hour sessions, and you're talking with one of us three, and we're literally, whatever you want to talk about, that is your time. But our goal is to create an action plan for your business, provide you with strategies that make your business more profitable, because a lot of people, they just don't know where to start. They
Mm-hmm.
don't know how to continue to build upon the business. Um, and also, a big thing, we're talking about pricing. A lot of people still don't know how to price, or they're overpricing. And I still see and get feedback from people who are still underpricing. So we're discussing so much different things. We're helping you review your business page. And if you are a signing agent, we can talk about that. Whatever you want to talk about with your business, that's what we're doing. Okay. So we are offering that. That's our way of mentoring you all one on one. Is that coaching corner on our website. So if you want a session or you're interested, please go to our website and look up you'll see it on there. It's a block for it says the Notary Coaching Corner. And one of us will help you out.
And the good thing about the coaching corner is it's specific. It's not general. It's specifically catered to your business and what's going on in your business and what you need for your business. And so when we discuss your business, like I said, it's specific to your business, what you can do to boost your business to take it to the next level.
Yep.
And so Sabrina says, do you use your personal cell number, Google number, or add an additional line on your business card's website? So Sabrina, we talk about this a lot too. When I started my business, I used my personal number. So my personal number is really my Google business number. I have a Google number, but that's for notary educators. And so I keep those two separated because I need to know when I have to take a call right away or if I can call the person back later. And so if my personal phone rings, it's my business line. But if my Google phone rings, I know it's a notary educator's call. And if I'm doing something business wise, I don't have to get to it this moment, but I can get to it as soon as I have the time to.
Yep. And I use my Google number. Um, it's been working great for me, thankfully. And I can differentiate between my personal line and um, my business line. When I first started out, I did have 2 phones, but some people, I don't know. For me, 2 phones was just too much.
It was too much.
I'm simple, you know. And look, we're gonna take down some costs out of our lives too. And that extra line, it was a cost. But yeah, I didn't need 2 phones. It was just too much, like trying to juggle 2 phones. It was just too much for me personally.
Yeah.
So I definitely use my Google number. It's perfect. You can text people from there. It's just like a phone. So why not? And it shows you when you're getting a call from Google versus your actual line. Yeah. So, whatever you find is useful, but me, I need to separate it a little bit. Definitely. Yeah. So yeah, whatever, like you said, whatever, if you think personal Google number or add an additional line, I did it all. Minus the personal. I never used my number. And I had an additional line. I definitely use Google number.
I knew that I didn't want 2 phones. I do that, but
I tried it. I didn't like it. I tried it. I tried my best. I promise you.
So Stacey Ann says, I revamped my marketing, focus on business right in my area, received additional cards, step back to look at what is around me. You all spoke on that a few weeks ago. Yes. So, you could be the neighborhood notary, the neighborhood business notary. So, just drop in. As a matter of fact, one of the businesses in my area, not often, but sometimes, like on a hot day, I'll stop in and buy everybody Starbucks. And so I may spend like $20, $25 on Starbucks, but when they give me business, it's way more than that. So it's worth it. Diamond Cougar says, I'm a mobile notary and Google did a video chat with me at my home, wanted to see my office and things I use for my business. Then 24 hours, they came back and wanted my business license, then 48 hours. So you guys, that's the way the video chat, Diamond has given us a little rundown on how the video chat works once it's, and she said it's active. So great.
Okay. Great.
So Miss Cece says, how much are coaching corner sessions?
Coaching corner, 30 minutes is $59. 1 hour is $99.
So Amanda Lewis says, good evening. I'm a new notary, signed up on a notary platform, and there was a question about company name. Should I go ahead and come up with the name and get my LLC? So as far as company name, I mean, when you start your business, you should have a company name. And as far as LLC, should you go get the name, get an LLC? We talked about that earlier. You can watch the replay. We mainly talk about LLC on every Monday Mentor almost. But yeah, that's a personal business decision. But in the in-depth conversation about the LLC, Amanda, you can watch the replay. But yeah, we definitely recommend getting a business name and get something that has mobile notary in it. Unique T said, I'm having a hard time passing the NSA exam this time. So Unique T, give us an intake call and maybe we can see what's going on with that and give you some direction, not answers, but direction.
My tip with the NSA exam is to remember it's open book. So you can, use the tools they give you, 1. And then 2, remember when you're taking it, you're using the, what are they called? You're using the information that they're giving you.
The guides.
The guides or I don't know if you call it bullet points. I don't know. But you're using the different little
scenarios.
The laws or rules for signing agent. You're using those and applying it to the question. So it's not necessarily, just because it's open book, it still requires you to think a little bit. Mm-hmm. And it tells you where to go in the, what is it, like a packet? What do you call it? A book? It wouldn't be a book. What did they call it? I can't even think today. But it tells you where to go in the open book part. You just have to use, put in your thinking cap a little bit. And whatever is asking you, use the knowledge that they're giving you to apply it to the scenario. That's how I look back on it. And I feel like if you do that, that's the best way to pass it. It's not a direct answer. You have to think of just a little bit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then don't rush through it. You can also go back. You can go hit the back button. You can go back and look at it if you're confused. Yeah, just take your time. And if it gets to be overwhelming, I would say walk away, because you can come back. You can walk away for 15, 20 minutes if you want to, or 5 minutes and come back to it. That always helps me when I'm in a situation with things like that. I just get up and walk away for 5 minutes and come back. Amanda says, I don't mean to get off subject. No, Amanda, you were not off subject. That was a good question. You answered the coaching corner question. Basic tech understanding how to navigate page. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Alexis.
I was going to add to that coaching corner. With the coaching corner, the price that you're getting, we're doing like a 10-minute call before we even do the appointment with you in order to see what we're going to, discuss during that appointment. And you're also getting an action plan, a follow-up action plan. So based off what we discussed during your call, we're going to be sending out something for you to kind of follow up and kind of a guide for you based off what we spoke about. So you're getting a lot of good tips and tricks, and for that price, it's really amazing. So please, please just reach out to us at notaryeducatorsllc.com, and we're gonna get you all going in the right direction.
Yeah.
That's our way of mentorship, because everybody asks, do you all offer mentorship?
All the time. All the time. All the time.
But that's our way of mentorship, that coaching corner. Great idea.
So Joy Barnes says basic tech understanding how to navigate page. And if you're talking about the Google and looking at the videos, I'm going to say yes. Before you see Alexis, have an understanding of how to navigate the page. Unique T says my Google page is not set up correctly. So Unique, go on our website, click on the Google icon and set up a time with Alexis. She'll help you out on that. Diamond Cougar says, I use a prepaid unlimited sale plan, $40, and write it off on my taxes. That's another option. Yep. You're welcome, Joy Barnes. How to generate notary leads. We talked about that with the marketing. We're coming to a close. You can look at the replay if you don't mind. You're welcome, Amanda. So we look forward to talking to you, to Unique T. There's a Facebook user. We're going to get these last couple ones. There's a Facebook. Somebody on Facebook asked a question.
Okay. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. I'm going to say Sawania Harris. Hello, I want to do mobile fingerprinting. I took the fingerprinting course on your website. Am I to mail the card to someone, or do the customer take the card to be processed? So you're going. Oh, go ahead.
You go ahead, Nexus.
I was just gonna say the customer knows where to take the card to.
You're just the fingerprinter.
That's it. Yeah. You're just there to roll the fingerprints, help them fill out the card. They take it and they take it wherever they gotta take it to.
So Marlo is giving some good information regarding the NSA exam. She said reference link for answers are below the questions on the NSA exam.
Yep.
The Notary Educator site is notaryeducatorsllc.com. You guys are so welcome. Thank you guys for being with us tonight. Is there anyone else on Facebook, Lexus?
Nope, we are all caught up.
Thank you guys for being with us tonight. It was such a pleasure as always. If you have any questions, again, go to our website, notaryeducatorsllc.com, fill out an intake form, and we'll get back to you. Leah Hora says, like the notary and to wed people and stuff. I don't know what that means. Alexis, you know what that means?
No, I'm sorry. You might have said something beforehand, but I don't remember. I'm sorry.
Terry says, Angela, I like the neighborhood notary, using it somewhere in the hook with your business name and description. You guys are so welcome, so welcome.
Yes.
And yeah, so go if you guys have any questions, you want to know how to go forward in your business, do the intake form on the website. We have the online classes again for 50% off. Mm-hmm. The code is STAMP. We have 4 more spots left in Saturday's notary basic training and 2 more spots left in the Apostille training class for Saturday. And the code for the Apostille training is Apostille 5. And so all of that is on our website. We'll tell Kimmi that you missed her. She'll be back next week. Oh, you'll see her Saturday if you're taking the exam. Not the exam, the class. So we love you guys. We always appreciate you being here. And it's our pleasure to help you with your questions to help your notary business.
It is. I hope you all have a good week. And Uh-huh.
So Leanna said she was asking, have you guys ever tried listing your services on Groupon? I have not tried that.
Nope. But guess what? Whatever, if there's a way to market it, do it.
Yeah.
So I definitely would. Me personally, I don't like doing the whole coupon thing because it's a little difficult to offer something in this space because you don't know what the person has until we talk to them. But if you find a way that works, please drop it on Facebook because I'm just curious
Mm-hmm.
as to how we can make that work. So possibly upload some stuff on Groupon. I don't
And I
know.
was thinking about it with Groupon, everything that I bought from Groupon, I used to be a Groupon junkie, but everything I bought, everything I bought from Groupon, it was like I could get it later. And usually with notaries, they need it now, like then with the day or the next day. But if it works, let us know how it works out.
Yeah, you might think of
Leah
something
Hora,
out the
yeah.
box.
Oh, so Terry has a good point. She said the wedding officiant, that would work.
Oh, yeah.
That would definitely work.
Definitely. Make
Yep,
little
that would definitely work. The only thing about that is that you would have to make sure you're available for the date that they need to have scheduled.
That's
I'm
true.
sure that could be worked out though, because it would be something in advance. Thank you
Right.
for that clarification, Terry.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, that's it for tonight. I'm Angela from AJ Mobile Notary. Any questions you have, anything you need, go to our website again, notaryeducatorsllc.com. We have the classes again on sale for 50% online. The notary class is Saturday, 4 spots. Apostille class Saturday, 2 spots. And yeah, so use code STAMP for the online classes and Apostille 5 for the Apostille classes. And we hope to see you guys on next Monday on Monday Mentorship.
Yes. You all have a great week. We will see you all next Monday. Make sure you're part of our Facebook. We might go live over there one of these days.
Yep, we pop on live all the time.
Yep.
So good night, everybody.
Have a good one. Y'all have a good night.